Hey guys. So my previous video got cut off because I was sitting in the sun and my phone was like, it just shut off. It was like your phone's too hot. So that's the first time I've experienced that since being a live video poster. So apparently that's a thing. I'm gonna have to look into if they make umbrellas or something for your phone. I'm sure they do. Okay, back to what we were talking about. So for those who don't know what we were talking about, first of all, please check out my first video. Um, and this is a video that's inspired by a viewer requesting advice on journaling. She has been working with a therapist, and her therapist has suggested to her to practice journaling to get to know her inner self. And she asked me, hey, do you have any tips on journaling? So I'm here. Anything that I tell you today is based on literally what I've done for myself, so my own experience. Um, Again, for those of you who just joined, hello. And I am picking up from where I left off. My previous video got shut down because it was too hot outside, so my phone turned off. So we were talking about different types of journaling because depending on where you are on your journaling journey, there's different ways you can journal. The first one, which is like very basic beginners, is the popsicle stick method. Please watch my previous video for, you can scroll to the end of that video for the different types of words that are on these popsicle sticks, but they're words that will, so you basically shake it up. I made this myself from Hobby Lobby. I got me a jar, I got me some popsicle sticks, and I put a bunch of words on them. I have like 12. And you pick the one that calls out to you. Well, it's not that it calls out to you. It's that this is basically what you do. You're just like, hey, Great Spirit, good morning. What word do you have for me today? Universe, Divine Source, what do you have for me today? And you pull one out. Earlier in my previous video, I pulled out Brotherly Love. And I've been getting that, that's the third time because I was going through these when I was preparing for this video, and Brotherly Love came up that time too. So apparently I was meant to bring that word up for you today. And I'm also including examples of my personal journalings just to further give you examples of what journaling looks like, what healthy journaling looks like. Like, it doesn't need to be any sort of, hey Kayla, so it doesn't need to be any sort of specific way. I'm talking about journaling and advice on how to based on my experience. So for example, regarding the popsicle stick method I was just talking about, which is I pulled out a popsicle stick from here that had a word on it, and then in the morning you do that for yourself. This is an option, and you write that word down and you look up a dictionary or whatever, you write down what that word means, what you're going to have it mean for you for the day, and then fast forward to the end of the day, you will write, how did I use this word today? So I have an example in here from when I was in rehab. So my word of the day on February 17th, 2019 was spiritual awareness. Love it. Definition from the dictionary, because we did not have phones in rehab, so we had hardcover dictionaries, and I looked up these words. And spiritual definition is of or pertaining to, consisting of, or having the nature of spirit, concerned with or affecting the soul, from or pertaining to God, of or belonging to something sacred. Awakening is waking up, rousing, exciting, the act or waking, an emergence from sleep, a stirring up, a rousing of attention or interest. So then fast forward to the PM. How did I use that today? Shared understanding of, I haven't even read this, so I'm not sure, but okay. Shared understanding of plans, intentions with all the above in relation to Maggie's and the AA program. Okay, so Maggie's is the rehab I went to. And the AA program, and heads up how this is a whole thing, and I'm going to be taking it seriously. Okay, so I think I was saying I used it, I probably talked with the group about how I'm acknowledging what is available for me to learn with this rehab and with this sober life. And and it's a whole thing, and I'm going to take it seriously. So that's how I used it that day. Also, I said an emergence, so you can pull words from the definition above, whatever your definition is at the time. So I pulled an emergence from sleep and said who God is calling me to be. So that's how I could say I used it that day. I am emerging from sleep to who God's calling me to be. And then God is rousing my attention and interest in pursuing what I'm being called to do. Okay, fast forward to some other bullets you would do in your PM piece of the journaling for this basic practice I'm teaching you guys. 3 things I like about myself. I'm energetic, I'm diligent, I'm eager to grow more. 3 things I'm grateful for. I haven't read these, so finish sponsor homework, set appointment to talk steps. Teresa, oh my gosh. The other one is Teresa, so it's apparently someone in my rehab group, killing the big horrible roach this morning. I'm grateful for that. The next one was my awesome Maggie's, that's the rehab I went to, my awesome Maggie's sisters. All right. And then you're supposed to do a highlight. What was the highlight of my day? Visit with mom, dad, and sister today, and all their continued support. And then you rate your day, rating 1 through 10. I rated mine a 9 on that day. Okay, so that is the popsicle stick method. Now we're going to move on to the mind dump journaling. So that is where you're just having paper in front of you and pen in front of you. You can do it any time of the day. PM is helpful because you've freshly got stuff on your mind that occurred that day. Then you replay, acknowledge, explore feelings and thoughts that you experienced that day. Optional, you can highlight negative and positive thoughts. So I have some examples, and this is going to be a longer video. I already planned it. I don't care. If you're meant to, if you got the time and want to listen, I have the best of intentions in sharing these examples. Okay, so here's some mind dump examples. Okay, so what day is this from? May 7th, 2019. Okay, so on my way home to my apartment from grandparents' house, I got a call from a retail management job opportunity. Or it was not Target, it was something else. Loft. Anyway, arranged, asked me to interview with them Tuesday at 3 p.m. I thought briefly afterwards, so this is when I was unemployed, after the job I lost, and while I was unemployed right after being sober. I got sober during my unemployment. Okay. This is after I'm sober and I'm just still trying to find a job. Okay. I thought briefly afterward, well, this is nice news. I wondered if retail is a mistake. Is corporate what I'm supposed to be doing right now? I almost felt shame, lack, and confusion and associated with the retail interview versus a corporate gig. Then finally I made myself sit down and meditate in silence. It's tough to commit to meditating lately, with being so busy with the job search, keeping family happy and off my back, listening to tarot and spiritual YouTube videos constantly, and journaling about tarot and oracle cards, and doing shadow work in my own time, ... These are all just different spiritual things I was participating in. Anyway, I shut off YouTube and meditated. A lot of deeply rooted family upbringing pains, a lot of deeply rooted family upbringing pains and associated fears began to show up. Many of the things I had not realized existed inside me. Considering being around grandparents daily, because my grandpa was making me be around him daily to apply for jobs and to keep me accountable. So, considering being around them daily and the possibility growing larger that I may lose my apartment and would likely move home with my parents, Lots of deep-rooted fears and pains about that have been very prevalent for me lately, internally. So the first 8 or so minutes of meditation floated through these feelings for a while. I made the effort not to dwell on those feelings, but allowed myself to acknowledge them, and then allowed them to pass onward, like clouds in the sky, as they say. Um, I'm gonna read some more. So this is another day. This is a really good one. And again, my intention of sharing these journal entries, which were never meant to be heard by anyone, is to give you examples of journaling that helps you get to the root of yourself. You are acknowledging yourself, you are exploring yourself and your feelings, and it's all with the intent to honor what you're feeling and what you're being called to do, and to push away the things that are limiting beliefs that are blocking you from your highest self and true happiness. Okay, and growth. So on May 25th, 2019, I did a 20-minute meditation. My mind was pretty active a lot of the time. Walked through this is some notes after journaling after the meditation. My mind was pretty active a lot of the time. Walked through some surfacey layers at first, like revisiting embarrassment of my neighbors seeing me fall really hard a couple nights ago. That eventually led to positive memory with that female neighbor when her little dog surprised me at my feet a couple weeks ago, and I said, "Hey, little one." I enjoy saying little one. Will I call my children that someday? Probably. About 12 minutes in, surprisingly, while imagining focusing, looking at the blue sky through the clouds, letting the clouds pass by, I hit a sweet spot, a deep layer of pure bliss and joy that is alive and exists deep within me. Now that I'm sober and after how much I've grown spiritually in recent months, despite all the stressful circumstances in my life, my root is pure joy and unobstructed curiosity and intrigue for life. Like, rewind way back before I grew angry and distracted in late elementary into middle school years, my soul's clock of curiosity and pure intent and courage has been essentially reset. While I also carry now with me a great deal of wisdom, lessons obtained through my adult years thus far, I'm stronger, more wise, humble, and spiritually fit. Also a seeker of truth, love, and light. And I don't say love lightly. When I say love, I just mean like self-love and love toward others. I just don't mean like love. Okay. And when this time is right, when the time is right, I will share my lessons with others. Anyway, it was just awesome to be reminded that I am not the stress and exhaustion and lack of solid foundation my current life circumstances cause me to feel, or I frequently allow myself to feel right now. My foundation within and spiritually, for the first time, is solid and humble, pure, and bursting with joy and potential. No matter what life circumstances, challenges are thrown at me, my core spirit stands tall, strong, and pure-hearted. Generosity and gratitude lead me now. I am not I am not the sad, weak, and discouraged feelings I experience sometimes right now. I am empowered, courageous, grateful, and very blessed and present. There is so much to be learned and grateful for in life. I am on the right path. Okay, that's very good. I think I've only got like two more and they're much shorter. So let's see, this is July 22nd, 2019. I was tanning at the time because, for those who don't remember, I used to deal with a skin picking issue, and I did not fix that until fall 2019. So it sounds like this was in summer 2019 when I had a bunch of wounds, pick, wounds all over my probably face and arms. And so if I was trying to go out in public, I was probably, hey Angel, I was probably that's why I was tanning at that time, because I was really insecure about my skin. Okay, that's for this journal entry. This is about journaling, Angel. Giving you a bunch of journaling advice based on my own experience. Okay, and I'm reading you actual excerpts. This one's from May 2019. Also in the tanning bed, I reminded myself how much has happened between losing my job and now. So this is when I'm unemployed. Lots of big decisions I've made and scary things I've gotten to the other side of, because this was a few months after I got sober. Also, light bulb reality check that spirit is so absolutely fascinatingly blessing me when you think about it, that I'm being given this time to work on building, establishing healthy roots, foundation in my life, i.e., positive habits, regarding MMA, gym, skin picking, spirituality, family. Anywho, um, that is that piece of that entry. And then the last thing is on September, I don't know, 6th, June, July, August 2019. My calling involves me helping people evolve into their authentic best self versus conform to a predetermined way of existence, one determined by sources outside of themselves. Okay, so that is all I really have on the mind dump. That's a form of journaling. We talked about popsicle stick method and then mind dump. So the mind dump is just whenever you want to pick up that pen and acknowledge yourself, whatever that is. Whether you're talking about results after an experience you had, or if you have nothing going on and you just want to like see what comes up. Okay, and the third one is meditation aftermath notes. So this is actively sitting for a period of time to do a meditation. Um, Now, this can be a useful practice is to put either like wave sounds on or a clock ticking. You can find these on YouTube and just play that. It'll help drown out everything so you can just be in silence. And honestly, if you do a 15-minute meditation, it could take half that time to even feel like you shut your mind off at all. But it's still cool because I think as long as you have the proper intention, which is genuine, and curiosity, that something will come up, and just keep trying it, keep revisiting it. You're just showing up for yourself in this way. So keep trying it every day or every other day, whenever whenever you have a little like curiosity itch poke of like, oh my gosh, I should totally do that. Just go do it. It's like when you're supposed to go to the gym, when you're like trying to go to the gym, just put on those gym clothes and get the heck out your front door because it might not happen. So I say clear and open mind. These are my own notes I wrote for this video. They're not from anything else. Clear and open mind, see what comes up. Go somewhere in your meditation. So that's another option. There's two options for the meditation. You either clear and open mind, see what comes up, and it's not a bad thing if something comes up and you find yourself kind of thinking about that thing. That's fine. That's going to be your takeaway of that meditation, is wherever your mind took you. Or you can treat it like clouds in the sky and let it, and try to not glue to it, but nothing is right or wrong. So that's clear and open mind. Or you can go somewhere intentionally in your meditation. For example, if you are seeking employment, you can imagine what it would be like to have a job, like what it would be like to wake up and get ready for work. You're getting your coffee, you're saying bye to your kids, you're letting the dog out, you're putting your outfit on, whatever you're wearing to your job, and then you're driving to work, and then you get to work and whatever. And then you have your lunch break, and then you get home, like whatever. That's just an example. So that's going somewhere, or perhaps it's you want to imagine being at the gym because that is what you are desiring in your life, is more activity in the gym. So you would imagine going to the gym and how it would feel to pump iron or run on the treadmill, whatever floats your boat. And then another thing I do, and we'll talk about a lot, mostly in a separate video, is card pulling. I did that a lot in my journaling practice. So that's with Oracle and Tarot cards. So it's kind of just like there's 78 cards in a tarot deck, for example. So out of all these messages, one message comes out. It's your daily draw, and you can look at that card and see like what it stirs up in you, and then you can read the message, and then you can think if that applies to you in any way, yes or no, write about that, and then you can write about just in general anything else that inspires you to think about. So always, always, always just writing whatever's coming up for you. Okay, so this is where the real work, inner work, as I like to call it, starts. It starts here. You're removing the rocks within you. Remove these obstacles that are in the way of absolute authenticity, self-love, courage, fulfillment, bliss. Judging, okay, very important. Judging versus objectively observing. When you are journaling, you shouldn't, please don't judge yourself or about any feelings you may be experiencing. Like if you feel shame about something, don't judge yourself and shut down. Just like let it out. Because this journaling is only for you. It's not for anyone else but you. And you may not even ever read it again. Judging versus objectively observing. Okay, so objectively observing, aka witness consciousness. You're just witnessing yourself. You're just like honoring yourself, letting yourself out to speak. You want to get to a place where you're excited about the journey of exploring yourself and getting to know yourself. You have to feel that I am willing to deal with this stuff. I am willing to deal with this stuff. What stuff's going on? I'm willing to deal with it. After removing the blocks, there will be nothing left except the highest state that could possibly exist. I literally experience that right now. I still have like big dreams, and I'm working on manifesting and taking my life to new levels every day. At the same time, I feel pure bliss like every day because I've cleared out so much in the past couple years, and I'm so in tune with who I am and stepping out of my comfort zone to do whatever I'm called to do. After remove blocks, if you're in witness consciousness and the ickiness comes up inside, let it go. But you might feel, but I didn't fix it. I didn't push it away. That's right. Let it go. Everything needs its day in the sun. You let it out, and then you're going to let it go. The journaling practice I'm encouraging you to do is about looking inward and being honest about what you see. I love that. Okay. Now, real quick, basic journaling prompts. What is my intention for today? And I would like to take this opportunity to say you can participate in the comments below by sharing an intention you have for today or tomorrow. For example, what's an intention? Do a 10-minute ab workout. Do not eat goldfish. Do a video. Do spend time with my sister. Do a helpful act for someone at work. Feel. Okay. Feel proud about something I do. Feel like I appreciate my body. Feel understanding and patience towards someone else. Okay, here's another one. Identify when either I something or someone else something. So identify when I am feeling like I'm about to react impulsively versus thoughtfully. Identify when I am falling into wasting time on social media versus anything else I had on the plans today. Identify when somebody is trying to share something important to them to me, and I'm maybe being distracted, and I maybe could just like give them my ear for a few minutes. Okay. So please share some examples below of an intention you have for today or tomorrow in the comments. Okay, here's some other basic journaling prompts for you. What am I grateful for? What do I like about myself? Did anything make me feel uncomfortable today? What happened? How did that make me feel? Why might I have felt that way? So for anything, you can always ask more. You can always dig deeper. Why did with that comes with the whys. What did I do today that I'm proud of? If I could do anything, what would it be? What am I afraid of? Why? Is it true? What is something I could do to step out of fear into fearlessness? What do I need more of in my life? What do I need less of in my life? What drains my energy? Who or what inspires me the most? How do I or can I practice self-love? Emphasis on this, in my opinion, self-love is taking care of yourself, uh, paying attention to yourself, doing what makes you happy, and expanding yourself. What do I feel curious about? Love that one. Love that one. What was the last time I felt curious or excited? When? When was the last time? Okay, last page of this for this video portion. Next level journaling. So that was basic journaling. Now we're going to jump into manifestation journaling. Oh my gosh. How dare I? I skipped one thing. Blue journal. Right here. Blue tab. Oh, blue tab. Journal. Okay, I'm going to give up in a second. Okay. Oh my gosh, I got too many journals. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I know where it is. Yeah, I can't find it. Okay. So, manifestation journaling, prompts I used, page 1 in notebook. Okay, so here's some prompts for manifestation journaling. How do I feel? Well, this is just for my manifestation journal. How do I feel about my life right now? And you give characteristics about that. Okay, so that's just a precursor. And then close your eyes, dream big. What is it that you most desire in your life? So this is my own journal, and that's why I'm sharing it with you, because this is stuff that helped me. Where are you going to be living? What does your life look like? What does your money look like? What does your relationship look like? What does your family look like? What do you look like? So write down, how does that life look? What are the characteristics of that life? What's the weight of that life? Did I talk about weight? What are the emotions you feel living in that dream life? How do you feel about even thinking that that can be your life? Ooh, that's good. All right. Think of something you want to manifest and then try writing it down in present tense in different ways until it feels right. Example, I am regarding my future home in California. So you'd write statements like this. I am loving living in my Cali apartment that is my very own apartment. It has big windows, palm trees outside, and is down the street from Warner Brothers Studios. Or, more simply, I am loving living in a house surrounded by trees. Or, I am loving having a family with 2 kids and a loving partner. Or, I am loving participating in arts and crafts that make me happy every day, or being actively in yoga and having some yoga friends that join me to class every day, or being in a book club, whatever you're called to do. Try to conjure up gratitude and excitement when you write your sentence. I love waking up and feeling blank. I love getting the sleep I need with ease. I love having a beautiful, healthy body that I love with, and then you could talk about like specific, like sculpted legs and muscular arms, whatever you're called to do. This is mine, so here's a few more I wrote. I'm so excited that by living in my own apartment in Cali, I'm able to continue in daily habits that make me the best version of myself. Here's another one. I'm so stoked to be able to, so you're taking future you and you're making it now. Instead of using words like I want or it would be great if, you just claim it now, make it now. I'm so stoked to be able to afford my very own apartment with great lighting and beautiful Cali views as my first home in Cali, and that I can afford this with ease. I'm so excited to start each day growing my acting understanding and passion during my quiet time with sage, candles, and my comfy couch setup. I love feeling the health and sculptedness of my muscles every step I take, and getting out of my car and laying down for bed. I love inspiring others with my physical transformation and helping others reach their physical fitness goals as well. By the way, I have physical fitness goals, but that's another video. I'm so excited that Infinite Spirit continues to guide me to and provide me with new spiritual resources, like stuff on YouTube, that awe-inspiringly resonate with me and continue to align with me and guide me on my life calling to become the best version of myself and fulfill my life purpose to serve as my best self in this lifetime. I'm so grateful that my purpose involves me being able to share my story to help all humanity to become their best selves, experience their authentic selves and authentic joy, and fulfill or step into their unique life purpose. Okay. Put yourself where you want to be. Write sentences claiming it now. We just did that. Okay. Banishing limiting beliefs. There's just two more pieces to this. So this is from a YouTuber named Chantel Marie, SHAWNTELL, Marie, MARIE. This is called Raise Your Vibration Challenge, Banishing Limiting Beliefs. So a prompt is, what is the big thing you want to accomplish? Don't think small. Don't think of something just because it's reasonable. Think big. What is your life mission, your dream reality, your dream vision for yourself? And then number 2 is write down 5 limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. And point 3 is on another piece of paper, write down the exact opposite of each thing. This is a good one. Okay, so I'm going to jump ahead to my 5 limiting beliefs. So this is when I was trying to get a new job recently, and nobody was calling me back. So we've got my limiting beliefs are lack of worthy experience. And then wording on my resume or cover letter hurting me rather than helping me. And then rambling or screwing up during, so these are limiting beliefs. Rambling or screwing up during interview, showing insecurity or inexperience versus radiating high confidence. Number 4 is lack of certainty about what job title I'm supposed to pursue. Number 5, lack of relevant remote opportunities or remote opportunity won't find me attractive. So, turning those into positives now. That first one was lack of worthy experience. So I changed it to my experience, background, and skill set make me an incredibly attractive candidate for the job that meets all my desires. I am unquestionably worthy of my new job that meets all my desires. And then for the one about my resume, wording maybe hurting me versus helping me. My resume and cover letter wording makes recruiters want to immediately interview me and get me to join their team. And then about maybe I handle an interview crappy some way. This says, I handle interviews like a true star, showcasing my best and relevant self, leaving them enthusiastic about my joining their team. And these are like, basically you're creating, you are creating, in this exercise, personalized affirmations for yourself. Okay, that are going to raise your vibration. Yes. During interviews, I find all the best words to answer any question, making me extraordinarily attractive, making them eager to get me to join their team. After interviewing with me, they have no doubt that I'm the best fit for the role I desire. Or they offer me an even better role that I would enjoy and excel at even more. And then for I don't even know what job title I'm supposed to pursue, I said, I am pursuing the best, most exciting job titles that I will excel and have so much fun in. I am so excited to have received the best job title for me that I enjoy so much. No worries if I don't apply for this title up front or don't see it up front because my interviewer will offer it to me anyway. Um, it reminds me of my last apartment. I was looking for an apartment. I had like selected 6 different apartments to go look at. And then the 6th one I went to, and I wasn't feeling it. The people at the desk, the person was like, hey, we've got a sister apartment just down the road if you want to check it out. And we drove there, and I was like, oh, because it was exactly like I immediately connected with it. I was like, this is it. And like that wasn't even on the internet. So that's just another example of like you can't control everything. So just having faith, surrendering, knowing that the details are out of your hands, but just connecting with the feeling of I'm gonna get the apartment that's the right one for me in the divine right time, or I'm gonna get the job that's the right one for me in this next step in my life. And like the details, as long as you're like putting in the work, because I put in the work to go to the 6 apartment complexes, and then somebody opened the door and showed me the one I would have never found. And just like my previous job, by the way, or the one that I just got, it was literally not on my radar. The company was not on my radar. The style of job was not on my radar. The position title was not on my radar. And then a friend of mine was like, hey, got this opportunity for you. And you can start next week, basically. So it's just, and that was a result of this work right here that I'm reading to you. What else? The last most super high level activity of journaling is write down in detail a day in the life of my future self, dream self, who I'm being called to be her or him now. Spending time with my baby and baby wife. Yes, Angel. Sorry if you sent that like forever ago. Um, so write down in detail, be her or him now. I'm going to make a separate video about that because it's too long. Share sentence. Oh, and to conclude this video, I encourage you to leave a comment below sharing a sentence claiming your future self. So I am, I am sentences are great. I am a successful actress. I am fit. I am uh, actively spending time with family and we have healthy conversations. So please below leave a comment example of how you are your future self now. And that's it. Thank you. That was a really long video, everyone. So thank you for joining. Hi, Keith. And I hope y'all are having a good day. Thanks for putting up with my previous video getting cut off that I had started earlier today because it was so hot outside. I'm glad this one lasted this long. All right. Peace.